I thought this was a really great role for you, but
Thank you.
it could also be really intimidating coming in. So what's it like having a character who comes in late into the movie and has to leave the biggest impression in just a few scenes?
It definitely can be a little bit intimidating, but I think that was really part of the excitement. I feel like that really fed the urgency to do the best that I could, and I think whenever you're working with people that are so talented and so great at what they do and so invested in the role, from all the other cast members to David and Joel and everybody that was involved, I feel like it really fueled a great energy, and even coming in for a few days that can be intimidating, but I feel like it just helped me kind of want to do the best that I could.
Yeah, how would you describe Catherine's relationship with Henry in the movie, because they are betrothed?
I think that one of the best creative licenses that David and Joel took while writing the script was giving her the voice that they did give her and the strength that they gave her. She was historically she was a very strong and very independent woman, and came from a family of very strong women. Her mother was, kind of ruling almost behind closed doors, when her father had kind of bouts of madness. So she came from a very strong female background, but obviously when you think of that time period, female independence and strength is not necessarily what comes to mind. So I feel like the voice that they gave her, and also just the fact that during the entire movie Henry's being counseled and being advised by all these different people whose motivations we're not entirely sure of, if they're coming from the right place. So I feel like the fact that she comes in at the end of the movie and gives him the counsel that ends up being the truest and the most important to him is a really nice message to send at the end of the movie.
Is it refreshing at this point in your career to have a character who is both still so young, but she's also forced to be an adult and play very sophisticated political games?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that that's kind of the situation that we're talking about when we're talking about this time period. It's a lot of young people who are put into positions of power when they're not necessarily ready for them, and that's why they end up being advised by all of these people whose intentions, like I said, we're not really sure of. But I think that, that's one of the most empowering things about Catherine is, she's put into this position where, yes, she has, she's a royal and she's in this high position and everything, but she's also being betrothed to a person whom she hasn't chosen, who's also just killed so many of her people. So I think that, the strength that it takes to say to him what she does say to him, and to keep such a level head and deliver her, to harness her power in such a kind of level-headed way, I think is really strong.
To that, I know of your French heritage, so how did you learn at the Battle of Agincourt growing up?
Well, I actually went to school in the States, so I studied a little bit French history, but I didn't get kind of into it as much as I would have liked. I really love history, and I always have, so I really enjoyed the research period. When I found out I was going to do this, I really liked to dive into the, researching the whole history of it and all that. But I mean, it's actually, I was the same age when we shot it that Catherine actually was when they got married. They were married when she was 19, which at the time is, was way past the age that you could be married.